Hello everyone. This is a review for IST215 midterm exam. Our exam will be very simple. It is basically what we covered for the labs 1 to 4. So what you're expected to do is create a server, create a client, and apply IP configurations. That's it, really. There is nothing complicated about it. Okay, so creating, of course, before all of that, you need to create a virtual switch, as we did in lab one. So this is a breakdown of the main steps. So how to apply them? First, let us create a virtual switch. We go to virtual switch manager, and from there, you can create a switch by clicking on new virtual switch and selecting the type internal. After you press OK, again, after you press OK, sorry, you need to press on create first. So again, internal, create, and then you're supposed to call it IST215, maybe midterm, depends, okay? So afterwards, I'll not create it now. Afterwards, you have to select the switch when you create the client and the server. This is mandatory. Otherwise, your summary page will be missing points, okay? So let me actually create it. No harm. Then I'll go to create a virtual machine. I'll call it IST215 server, for example. I'll select generation 2. Please put whatever RAM required by the exam instructor. I'll put my RAM to be 4 GB for now. Then you have to select the switch itself. Okay. Next, install operating system. This is the tricky part. Now, sometimes the ISO file will be available on desktop, and sometimes in download documents. You need to locate it, okay? But most likely, it should contain 2019 in the name, Windows Server 2019 or 2019 in general. After you select the ISO file, for me, it is in the D drive. Next, you have to take a screenshot of this step. Now, before you start this, actually, you can create the client machine as well. There's no harm. So you can go virtual machine. Since you are already in the process, I'll call it IST215 client. Okay. Next, version 2. Next, I'll give it also 3 GB, for example. Next, make sure you don't push your system resources. Check the task manager and go to memory and make sure you have enough memory for both machines to be running. And another best practice is to disable all running machines, all running virtual machines as well. Okay, for me, I do have enough memory, so I'll just give it 3 GB and give it the same switch, virtual switch, and then I will choose the ISO file for Windows 10 in this case. Okay. Next, this is my second screenshot. Finish. Now I have both virtual machines created. I can start them both at the same time. It will strain the system a little bit, but honestly, the installation process is too boring to just wait for it to complete. Okay. Let's stop this. You have to press any key immediately, like click inside, then press any key. See, I missed it here. I'll stop it. If that happens, it's no problem. Start. See my mouse pointer. Click inside, then press any key. You have to click inside the black area. Next, install now. This is basically the same process. Next, install now. I will select Windows standard. You have to select desktop experience, whether it is standard or data center. It doesn't matter. You need a desktop. Okay. I don't have a product key. Accept. Next, I will choose Windows 10 Pro. Next, custom install. Next, with some issue here. I don't have product key. Maybe I don't have. Okay, home is fine. Home should be fine. Let's open box. Installation source is valid. There might be an issue with this ISO file actually. There might be an integrity issue with Windows 10. Okay. I think my Windows 10 installation was only for Pro N. Okay, doesn't matter really, but for your ISO file, it should work for Pro. Okay, for my version, it was Pro N. Okay, and as you can see, the installation process is identical between the server and the client in Windows Server 2019 and Windows Server 10. Afterwards, applying the IP configuration should be fairly simple. Most likely, you will get something like this. For IPv4, you need to specify something, subnet, mask, you need to specify something else, and gateway, in addition to DNS. These are the four main categories. For IPv4, maybe 192.168.10.1. So this is 255.255.255.0, and the gateway being this is again for the server. For password, just specify whatever password. I'll use kvic@123.com. kvic@123.com. Okay. And for the DNS server, it will be for the server it is loopback IP 127.0.0.1. And you can repeat for the client. After you log into the server, you will be asked to basically take a screenshot of the local server page. Okay, local server page. So for the client configuration, it will be also similar, maybe 192.168.10.2, and the same, and the rest of the details should be the same. For gateway, sometimes we put it to 100, but for now, that one should be enough. For DNS, of course, it should be the server IP address. Okay, so maybe for the server, we'll put it as 2 actually. And then for the client as 3. And gateway should be 2 and 2. Okay. So after you log into the server, just go to local server tab and take a screenshot of the page. Okay. How to set IP configurations for the server? Just go to control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center, change adapter settings, right click properties. Otherwise, the shorter option actually is just to press on Ethernet here in local server. Take it to the same page. Properties, IPv4 properties, and then apply whatever we mentioned here. So Put it to the side. 192.168.10.2. 255, 255, and what people get by 192.168.10.2. And for DNS server, 127.0.0. That should be it for the IP config here. Let's see if Windows 10 is done. Again, with Windows 10, sometimes you get this blank screen. I believe it finished installing. It just gets stuck sometimes. All you need to do is just turn it off and turn it on again. Should be fine. I think it failed installing actually. You can turn it off. I'm not sure if I interrupted the installation. No problem. Turn it off quickly. If this happens, you need to change the boot order for the DVD. Restart the virtual machine, and this should allow you to start the installation process again. Next, install. Afterwards, actually for the server machine, it's done. You don't need to do anything else. You can switch it off if you want after you capture the IPv4 settings, of course. For partitions, I will delete everything. You have to delete the partitions if you failed the installation the first time around. Okay, next. Let's wait for the attachment to install. Let's hope it's not. I think the installation is corrupted, but let's double check. Compare itself, allow it to save some resources. Funny enough, Windows 10 is taking more time than Windows 7 to install. So, just to review the steps while we wait for the installation. Creating a virtual switch first, creating a server second, creating a client, and here in parallel install Windows Server, Windows 10. You can do this in parallel if you want to save time. Then apply IP configuration as we mentioned. So this works. Not sure what happened the first time around. Okay, seems like it's working. Okay, I think it's almost done. So for server, we actually set password to be epic. As long as you remember the password, really, I don't mind. You can set it to be whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay, next. Can skip this. Continue with limited. For PC name, just call the IST215 client. Password, you can set password. Whatever. No, no. That's why usually starting both installations at the same time should really save you time. Make it faster. So the last step, after you create the client, you need to go to this PC, right-click properties. You have to take a screenshot of this page, okay, because it will show all the details, how much RAM, memory, RAM, the Windows version, computer full name, all these details. Okay. In addition, of course, you need to set the IP settings as we mentioned. So again, control panel, starting with control panel, network and sharing center, change the data settings. And then here, we need to type in the client configuration on the 2.6.8 Windows 3. Subnet was the same. Gateway 192.168.10 or the 2, or the DNS server being the same. And this is a field. First, you're supposed to take a screenshot of this page before you submit for both the server and the client. This is the end of the review. Wishing you best of luck during the